You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 370, Eglath's Angels Season 6, Episode 2, recorded June 2021, posted November 2022. Affirmations and Elevators.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am Scott McNulty, your Dungeon Master, and you know what that means. God damn it. We wait.
My head. Oh, I think I forgot to put air to my brain.
Stop putting air in your brain. That's not good for you.
I had good energy. That's
You
usually
did?
not the case.
Let's agree.
Try to recapture that. Recapture that, Scott.
Let's agree that you had energy.
I don't have to do this, do I, Jason? Could I stop doing this? Tony does so many. You don't need these.
Yeah, but people like yours.
Is everyone recording?
It's a classic quantity versus quality issue.
No one talks about mine. Everyone talks about yours. Everyone is recording.
I'm recording.
Shall we start?
Of course.
Well, excellent. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am Scott McNulty, your Dungeon Master for the next hour or so as you listen to this podcast, which is, us playing Dungeons and Dragons. If I'm running it, we're on Athos, Dark Sun. Have you heard of it? Hopefully. If you haven't, this might be confusing. Yes, welcome, stranger. Just pull up some sand and bleed. Now, speaking... sand chair. I love sand chairs. And that voice that you heard is Mr. Jason Snell.
Hello, I'm playing Carlos. Carlos is a mull, and he is a gladiator, and he is hoping not to die. Basically, that's Carlos.
Aren't we all? Erica Ensign is here. I don't know how her character feels about death, but we'll find out.
My character is Zotasha, a tiefling mystic. Our pronouns are she, her. And Zotasha is actually, frankly, appalled at how thoroughly we have failed at literally everything we've tried to do and is kind of taken aback by it. That's all.
It's true. Speaking of failure, Dan Morin is here.
Wow. That was I don't have to do this anymore, Jason, right?
Nemesis.
I'm playing some character in this. Who really cares? Who can tell? Who can keep track?
Pancakes.
Amlal, the Goliath barbarian, who is doing okay, but's probably been better. That's where we're at right now.
It is true. Elaine Sims is at this podcast.
I am definitely here.
Hashtag at this podcast.
I play Shara, the Air Genasi rogue, and our pronouns are she, her.
Steve Lutz is here. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Scott. I am continuing to play Kachka, a three-creen bard of some renown, who may or may not have gotten somewhat loosey-goosey with the rules of spellcasting in our previous episode. So if you haven't already sent an angry missive to the Dungeon Master, please, we know it's okay. You don't have to correct us. It's all right.
That's right. It's, one of the things about being a Dungeon Master is you can break the rules because you make the rules. And speaking of Dungeon Masters, you know him, you love him. He's Tony Sindelar.
Well, I thought you were going to say, speaking of failure, because I have failed 2 death saving throws, a mark that I will carry with me, and I guess until my next long rest.
Failure, yeah.
Yeah. Or the next failure. Yeah. Whichever comes first. That's right. It's true. Me, Tony Sindelar. I play Regdar, the guy. He's secretly a wizard, people, if you haven't figured that out by now. Thank you for having me.
I'll be on his grave.
What? This is news to me. Now, dear listeners, you've joined us at a perilous moment. Our adventurers are hovering on a magical disc, magic being their best friend, that is betwixt a lava lake filled with angry fire-based villains and angry fire-based minotaurs that are at the top of this shaft. And they are, luckily... They have an unconscious corpse of Regdar, and the
Pre-corpse.
He's a pre-corpse.
I guess we're all pre-corpses, technically.
Yeah, it's true. And they know the words to activate, both to raise and lower the disc, Ash and Ember. Ember, I believe, raises it, and Ash lowers it. So they have been for a little while going up and down to avoid the Noid.
That's the name of one of the Minotaurs, the Noid.
So many pizzas have been ruined on Athos at this
man.
point.
It's true. It's very crispy.
You know, this at the bottom of this would be a great pizza oven.
It would.
That's not
true.
lava down there. It's actually melted cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Burn the
The
roof of
most
your
also
mouth.
delicious.
very dangerous. Yeah.
Most delicious way to die.
And so, for those who have been keeping track at home, our characters are between the Thane of the Eye and the Elemental Fire Temple.
Between or
The
betwixt?
Weeping Colossus. You are between and betwixt, I
Oh
believe.
no.
Wait, whoa, who's got
That's
the
too
Twix?
Well, in that case, we are delicious chocolate
it in the
coated
cheese.
wafers.
It's really
and I
melted.
am here for it.
Somebody
And,
give me at least one. That's why they give you two.
And during
No,
the
that's
introduction,
for both for Regdar.
we found out that Regdar has, in fact, failed 2 death saving throws. He has 1 remaining. Though last episode, we also found out some shocking news about some powers that other characters may or may not have. Who knows? We'll find out together on this journey into Athos. And with that,
But also, Scott, you're the dungeon master. You make the rules. You could decide that it's like 4 death saving throws, right?
I could. I'm not going
23 death saving
to.
throws.
Yeah,
3 is a nice number.
it is pretty good.
So I guess we should stay in turn order, and by my count, it is Kachka's turn, and we'll just stay in turn order because, Regdar will have to make a saving throw in the next turn. That is
All right, cool.
Regdar's. So Kachka, you guys are all on this disc, and you are going up at the moment, I believe.
Going up, yes. So remind me in 5e, how long after you stabilize somebody does it take for them to return to consciousness? It's like an hour or something. Right?
1d4 hours.
Oh, yeah, we probably can't do that. So here's the deal. I can cast Leomund's tiny hut on this disc we're on. It'll take a minute. So basically somebody has to take charge of saying Ash and Ember alternatingly before we get to the top or the bottom. Once that's been cast, we can go in and out of it at will, but people external to it can't penetrate for 8 hours. So we can hang out in there, or we can make sorties
Maybe
out.
they'll forget about us.
No, I'm thinking we can just make
That
sorties
hut, that's
out.
been there forever. We just let it go. I mean,
Well, they can't do anything to us in it, and we can make sorties out of it and attack the Minotaurs at the top until the area is cleared enough that we can get out of the whole area, is what I'm thinking.
So, one thing to note about Leomund's tiny hut is that if the caster leaves the hut, the spell ends.
Caster has not a whole lot of interest in leaving the hut.
I'm just saying. We were fast and loose with the magical
The rest of us are
rules, so.
cannon fodder.
Yes, the spell ends if I leave its area, which I guess means from the inside of it. So yeah, you're right. That's fine. I don't mind staying in the hut.
You can
'Cause
always
I can-
just peek out of the flap, see what's
You
going
can
on
throw
out there.
things. You can throw things from inside, and that's fine. But mainly, I'm thinking that minute should probably start next round, unless somebody else has a way to. Regdar's turn is next, so I think it's probably
is.
smartest for me to heal him.
yeah, because that's going to take, if we stay in combat, that's 10 rounds for you to finish casting that spell.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and I will remind you, in case you've forgotten, there is a fire giant who was throwing boulders at the disc as well.
right.
Or
Not much I
rocks.
can do about that, except hope he doesn't hit me.
I don't want to
So I will cast Healing Word on Regdar. It's going to have to be a level 2 because all my level 1 spell slots are out of commission. And let's see. Healing Word does at level 2. Sorry, not Healing Word. Cure Wounds, because I can do that instead. So let's call that 11.
11 health. for
11
Regdar?
health for Regdar. There goes a level 2
Regdar
spell
gasps,
slot.
but not a wizard.
And on my next turn, if we don't die before then, I will try to.
Oh, I thought you just had unilaterally decided you have another turn.
No.
And now for my next
I'm just saying. That's what I'm thinking the plan is at this
Kachka
moment.
casts a
But-
spell that lets Kachka take 10 turns in a row. No one else gets to go.
But on one of
But
the
I would
turns,
recommend-
Kachka cast the spell again because you can just.
Oh no!
Wishing for more wishes.
Oh, man.
I would recommend if for whatever reason we have to choose between the top and the bottom of this shaft, the top seems like the best place to be, considering the fire giant and other creatures at the bottom seem like they're a bit
And the
worse
lava.
than the minotaurs
Got
at the top. So
Everyone's favorite show, Top Shaft.
Rekdar, it is
Gonna
your
leave
turn.
that one alone.
You're conscious. You're laying on a disc.
What
more could you ask for?
Wow. Yeah. Is there anyone who? I mean, I know there's somebody throwing boulders at me. How far away are they?
Let's see. How?
Let me ask this: are they within 120 feet?
Yes.
All right. Why not just throw a ray of frost at them because they are being unkind? I bet they are not affected by frost, but are annoyed by it. I rolled a 20. Wow, Rekdar rarely gets to roll attacks. He usually makes people roll saving throws. Please, if a 20 hits, which I hope it does,
20 will hit a fire giant.
they can enjoy 11 cold. Let's see. Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. 10 cold damage.
All right. Well, it seems.
Scott, I apologize. I misread something. I had a ray of frost and a fire bolt. I'm assuming fire bolt is not going to be effective against them. Are they within? The fire bolt is 120. Ray of frost is only 60. Are they within 60?
Well, now let me check.
Sorry.
Checking details of the adventure.
I think we
not
were
prepared well.
40 at
Feel
sort of at
like-
the end of the last recording. We were 40 feet up.
I remember.
But that might have been 40 feet from the Minotaur, and the giant's taller.
Rekdar is happy to be alive. If it takes you too long, we can assume.
No, it's fine. You can. You will say that you're 40 feet above this thing.
Okay, so 8 ice, and he eats 8 ice.
8. Okay, so it looks like he takes that damage. It doesn't look like he takes any additional damage. But doesn't like it. Because why would he? Carlos,
All right, Rekdar done.
you are on a disc
Mhm.
going up towards the Minotaurs.
Cool.
Rekdar's alive.
Happy about that. Carlos really admires Rigdar and all the magic that he's taught him, and he sees Rigdar fire off a ray of frost at the giant and
Mhm.
says, "Oh, great idea. Let's do that." And Carlos rolls 16 to hit.
Carlos misses the fire
And
giant.
be like, man, the student is not better than the master.
So your ray of frost was overcome by the heat and kind of
Yeah.
just melted
Yeah,
away.
it's probably
before it
not your
hits the
fault. We
fire
probably just moved out of range just as you
Yeah.
were starting to do that.
I don't know. I think it's just that Regdar is a pro at this, and Carlos is just an enlightened amateur, and not that enlightened, honestly. So that's it for Carlos.
Enlightened.
The key is Regdar was lying down on a disc in a pool of his own burnt blood.
That's true.
So
no,
next time
Carlos
you
was
try it.
standing right over him, all healthy and muscular, and was like,
Yeah.
"Can't do it." So there you go.
It's all in the
Okay.
wrist, Jason.
It is all in the wrist, and you are just a reminder that you all know the code, the trigger words for the disc, so you can on each of your turns, if you so desire, you can send it up or down. Zatasha, I'm not. Oh no, wait, I skipped Umlal. Umlal,
Oh, it's me.
yes,
Are we currently going up or down?
Yeah.
you
how
are
we doing?
currently going up.
And how long does it take for us to get to the top?
A
it
minute.
was a minute.
Oh.
There you go.
It's plenty of time for.
no, not necessarily. It took a minute to go from the top to the bottom. I don't know if the speed is different on the way up.
Oh, it is not.
Okay.
It's just enough time for Kashka to cast a stupid hot spell. And we
Stupid.
decided.
But you've already been going up. So,
Yes, and we want to stay away from the
All right,
giant.
well, how close are we to the top? I guess then is the next question.
Well, so it's I believe it is 100 feet. The shaft is 100 feet. We'll just say it is because that makes it easy. So every round is 10 feet up or down, depending. And so you are 40 feet up at the moment. So 6 more rounds.
All right,
to
so
get
we're
to the top.
not quite halfway yet. All right.
Correct.
So that's what I filed this under, not Omlal's problem. And all right, so we're 40 feet up. That's within. That's long range for a javelin attack.
Oh, actually, I will say on Carlos's turn, since he's the start of the order, you are now 50 feet up.
Oh, we're 50 feet up, but the giant is tall. How tall is the giant?
Giant is surprisingly short for a
He's
giant.
giant.
He is like, I think, 18 feet tall. He's
also
also
wading.
in. He is like
alright.
waist deep in a lava lake.
Oh yeah, is the 40 feet? Is the 40 feet to the lava, or
Yeah,
are you
if he
counting to
leaves the Thane of the Eye
We don't
traveling
know.
30 miles
Where the two sides, the
Pythagoras,
hypotenuse-
baby! Pythagoras theorem!
All right.
If there's anything I learned from Dragon
how
Friends,
much?
it's that
How much
important.
friction does a giant moving across lava have?
That's a
So
personal
Scott,
question.
Scott, a javelin's range is 30 feet. Tell me if I'm at long range.
You are at long range.
Okay, so I will, you know what? I'm going to take a shot at disadvantage. The only thing I cannot remember from last time is whether my rage expired, which it does if I don't take damage or don't attack every round. But I think I have attacked every round.
We will assume that you've attacked.
So for
Yeah,
the
I think
moment, I think I'm good. All
You
right,
could
so I'm gonna
just
keep that going.
you could just ready, like, because it's going to keep going up. You could just ready so that as soon as you get within short range, that you throw the javelin.
Does that expire my rage? That's a rules
I mean,
lawyer
it's still the same
question.
round, unless somebody stops the disc, in which case then
I
it
will
would.
I'm gonna hurl it. It's gonna be a disadvantage because it's long range, and we're gonna see if it does anything. It's a 20. Ooh, I rolled great. 22.
22 will hit a fire giant.
Fantastic. The fire giant takes 10 damage
All right.
and no extra damage because I believe my rage only applies on melee attacks.
Wah, wah.
Wow, wow! But at least my resistance is still alive. So Umlo is very proud of himself for throwing a javelin at a giant, and he's like pokes Regdar. He's like, "You see that?
Oh,
Me hit with javelin.
Get some blood on your
Regdar almost
shoes
falls
there.
off the edge.
Yeah, yeah.
These shoes new."
Regdar gurgles. Also, I don't think you wear shoes. You have sandals at best.
Probably barefoot.
You seem like
I'm
a barefoot.
Totally barefoot.
But yeah,
Zatasha,
yeah.
who
Yeah,
I
take
believe
that.
wears
Your
sandals.
feet are
or
bloody.
shoes, I should say.
Yeah, I'm probably wearing whatever the footwear was of the
The cultists, yeah.
of the cultist. Yeah, so I have air
Let's
cultist footwear.
unpack that. We never really talked about the footwear.
Yeah, let's
of the
wear
cult-
air
of the
cultists.
cult.
I think they
Nike
air
Air.
cultists. I'm
Clearly,
thinking
it's
sneakers.
Nike
sneakers.
Air.
Yeah.
I think it's something
Those-
open toed,
those-
probably.
You know, you can get
No,
those wings.
open toed, but also something that you have to the little pump to make
Oh,
it big.
yeah.
I like
Oh,
those.
what were the pumping ones? Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are Reeboks.
Air
man.
Jordans.
There you go.
Well,
What is
you know,
it?
this is
I
a
don't know.
fantasy world that we
Those
make
are
up
just the pump.
ourselves, so it's got wings and
All-
the pumpy
all
things.
of
So there
those
you
things.
go.
Yes.
Those are some fancy shoes.
Ooh.
It's probably
Tune in
Crocs.
for our TPK merch coming soon.
Yeah. I'm thinking water cult. They wear those shoes that look like where you can see all the individual
Yep, I was
toes.
just going to
Oh,
say that.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
5 fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
All
heal
right.
myself.
Sequence done.
That's what I'm gonna do. Because
All right.
I don't
And
know
you don't
why.
have to raise Regdar from the dead, so that's
I
exciting.
don't. Nope. So I'm just gonna spend
Bonus.
some points to heal. I wish I had something that I could use to heal multiple people at a time, but I don't. I don't have anything like that at all. So that's all I'm doing. It's healing me. And
All right.
I'm not close enough to the top yet to be able to use my magic hand shove. So, yep.
I'm just
Good.
imagining our 14 listeners that we have to
Hello,
the
14
to
listeners.
the podcast, saying, "Hey, remember that episode where they rode up on an elevator
Mhm.
for the whole episode?"
Hey,
Good times.
Listen, people
One of those Mass Effect.
people who are listening, it is your choice to listen to this podcast. You can
That's
feel
right.
free to stop. And if someone's making you
You're
do
not a
that,
hostage.
making you
Oh
listen,
no.
please send an email and we will send help.
Yes, if you are a hostage,
if you
then
can.
Yeah.
I apologize.
In some cultures, total party kill is used as a psychological device to intimidate prisoners.
those are mostly Tony's episodes.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So, and when I say cultures, I mean my house.
How many prisoners do you
Fancy.
keep in your house?
Don't ask.
I'm not going to answer that question, cop.
Just curious. Anyway, the
Nice try.
foiled again. Let's see. The Minotaur. There's a Minotaur down there. He's gonna go. I don't really know what this Minotaur is doing down there, but I trust that he is down there.
Doing Minotaur stuff.
Yeah, looking for a maze.
Mm-hmm.
Eating some maize. It's
Yum.
popcorn at this point. Let's see. He can't really do anything. He's just going to look awesome standing in the lava and
That's what he thinks.
breathe out a cone of embers towards the disc that doesn't actually reach.
It looks pretty
Looks
cool.
awesome.
It does look pretty awesome.
I kind of want to go back down now.
I want to stay
See, it
here
would
because
be
I can
smart,
see
huh?
it better from this angle.
Mm.
Mm,
It's more coney up here.
it's true.
On this island.
I like to think that we all look and see him breathe fire up at us and are like, oh no, it's not going to come up here. All right.
Now, the question is, what kind of dungeon master am I feeling like today?
Yeah, because we did such a great job buttering you up before we
How
started.
many options
That's
are there?
true.
And do we get a voice?
Everybody is so
I would just like to
nice.
remind you, Scott, we are terrible people.
Erica.
You guys, what am I
He
supposed to
doesn't
do
need
with
us
this?
to tell
all
him
this-
that.
Guys, I
Fair.
just got here with a bucket of butter. Where do you need it poured?
Erica, I think what you mean to say is that Scott is the best of us.
That's basically what I said.
Mhm.
The
But,
bar was
yeah.
not set particularly high.
I was gonna say
however.
that's
Be
not
that as it
a-
may, Scott
No
is
higher than this disc.
great and the best.
Well, thank you all for your lies.
I didn't lie. Did I lie, Scott?
No, that's true. You
No,
did
it's
not.
the rest of us.
I think that.
I said nothing. The greatest truth.
So, well, let's see. You probably only see a couple of people. So this, you'll recall that to the, you're in this cavern basically, or room under a cavern is an underground room basically that has a lava pit and several tunnels. In one of the tunnels is a priest of the fire cult, and he points his hand towards the disc because he can see from where he's standing. He can still see Shara, Zatasha, and Carlos, and he points his hand and hurls 3 scorching rays, one at each of you,
I'm really glad I healed myself. I only had 9 hit points before.
and we'll see if he hits, which is the question of the day. So let's.
Is this a saving throw or is he actually rolling attacks on this?
He is rolling an attack.
Ah, crap.
All right. So for Carlos, he got a 15, which I'm sure misses.
This is
Zatasha, he got an 8, which I'm
Oh,
also
thank
sure
God.
misses.
The 15 would have hit. Not an 8.
And Shara, a 14.
Misses.
That also
All right,
would have
so-
hit me. Yay, this has worked out perfectly.
See, there you go. I'm feeling kind. He shoots his rays and they hit the bottom of the disc. The disc rocks a little bit, but there's no game
Don't come knocking.
ramifications.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, no, well, maybe given
catching
that,
some rays up here.
there may be some ramifications if these puns don't stop.
Not a pun.
Oh, there may be ramifications if people continue to correct me.
That hasn't happened so
Not a
far.
correction.
Right you
How
are,
long-
Scott.
How long have you known me? Can I stop myself?
No, you cannot. You must be true to yourself, Erica. I agree. And everyone listening, that's what you should learn from today's episode. Be true
That's one
to
to grow on.
yourself.
Thanks for
Joe.
tuning in, everyone.
We're
That's
gonna-
right.
Yeah. Remember,
That's Total Party Kill Advice
Total
Call.
Party Kill, the podcast of affirmations and elevators. I would play a board game called Elevators and Affirmations.
So the fire giant is going to reach his hand into the lava lake and pull out a rock, and a molten. It's a very hot rock, and he's going to throw it up at
Hot rocks.
who could he see?
Coming through.
Unfortunately, I think he could probably see Shara, so he's got to throw a rock at Shara. Let's see what happens. And you are 50 feet up, so it's still within. So the thing about fire giants is that they're really good at throwing rocks. He hits with a 20.
Yep.
And the other thing about getting hit with a rock is you generally don't want to be hit with a rock. So you take 27 points of bludgeoning damage
All right.
as a giant rock smashes into you.
I can see him, right?
Yes.
So I'm taking half of 27.
Oh, take
Aha.
that, fire giant! You move out of the way, and it just kind of clips your shoulder, and then falls back into the lava
I'm picturing like a pirouette that has Shara like half off the disc for a second and then just right back on.
Mm-hmm.
13 hit points is a hell of a clip.
We should figure out a way to switch positions so that I'm on that side.
A lot of shuffling.
Shuffle.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but
and this guy is gonna this Razor Blast. Remember, he's wearing armor and he has like
Razor Blast,
the Iron Man power thingy in his chest. And also there is this touch control that raises the pillars from the lava, which you had touched to lower the pillars, and he touches them to raise the pillars. Because he wants them up. Shara, it's your turn.
wait, up or down?
Wait, we raised them.
We had raised
and then
them.
he put them back
you raised
down.
them. Well, then he's putting them down.
He doesn't
He already-
care. He
he
doesn't want
already
them
put
up
it
or
back
down. He
down.
just wants them the opposite of whatever we want.
That's right. He's like, those jerks.
I understand.
Always
that.
messing with my pillars.
Shara, you have been hit by a big rock.
Hmm.
But it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
That's good.
Yeah. You don't have a lot of room to maneuver on this disc, but
Yeah, and I
I
don't
don't know if that
have.
matters.
I've got my crossbow. So I
So
guess I
you're-
could try that. I'm gonna aim at that rock throwing giant.
All right. So you're 50 feet from the lava lake, so you're probably like 40 feet from the giant. If that
Okay.
matters.
I rolled 12.
So the giant is wearing plate armor, and it clanks off his plate armor.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to. I'm not quite at half damage. I'm 3 points away from being at half my health. So I'm going to try to kind of back away and do as Amwal suggested. Just try to get out of the way of the front line
Switch
here.
Spaces. Sure. You can. Well, there's not a lot of room on there, but I will say so. On the map, you are all on a disc. So any square that has any disc in it, you can be on without fear of falling off because you are very competent characters, despite all evidence
We should
to the
just
contrary.
rotate like 20, like 90 degrees.
So yes, that is a perfectly fine square to be in, and you don't have to you're not on the edge as it appears on here. All right. Anything else, Shara?
No.
All right. You are saying, please shield me from those rocks. Kachka.
Yes. Is anybody in particularly dire straits that might need to make a saving throw? If
I don't think so.
nobody's volunteering?
Regdar might be.
He's
Yeah,
in
he's
the direst
probably
of
the-
straits.
Worst off.
Possibly walk a life over there.
Why do you keep getting money for nothing is what I want to know. Where's it coming from? Who's funding?
Oh, no.
Mhm.
Oh, and also the Eternal Flame Priest is dead,
The-
so he doesn't do anything.
Oh, he's dead?
Yeah, he didn't hit,
Yep.
so but he was his last dying act was to shoot those firebolts, and then he dies.
Does he have any
dramatically.
brothers
Eternal
in
Flame
arms?
is a fairly ironic name for him, then, I guess.
Well, it was an aspirational name.
I see.
It turns out this burning was not
Be
an
the
eternal
flame
after
that
all.
you wish to be.
See, another listeners, this advice.
Wow.
It's very good.
That should be on a poster.
Although not as good as the advice about maybe finding something else to do with your time. All right. I will not hand out any bardic inspiration then. I will simply begin the long and arduous process of spending 10 rounds casting Liamun's tiny hut.
All right.
I would like to kind of
Might
place
be done
myself
by the next episode.
in the middle of the pile of people so that I'm at least blocked on any side of which there's a monster.
All right, so that takes a minute, and
Flying
this
rock.
is your first round. A minute, of course, for those not in the know, 10 rounds. So there you go.
So in
All right.
2 or 3 episodes, we'll be there.
That's right. You were not down here very long, so
I could cast it as a ritual. That would take 10 minutes or 11 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But then I would use up that second level spell slot or third level
That would be
spell
100
That is true.
rounds.
Regdar.
Let's do it.
That's-
And let's play a round of Risk every,
It's a
every round.
telethon.
Oh, no.
Hey, you're looking for a game that's based on Risk, but is more complicated. You've come to the right Regdar. So Regdar is going to throw more Rays of Frost at fire giants. That's what I'm here to do. It's kind of fun.
You came to
24. I believe we know hits.
Yes.
Please enjoy 9 cold damage.
All right. He does not enjoy it. He frowns. You made him frown.
Well, that
Have
wins.
we gone up at some point here too?
It's not moving anywhere, but
Just
theoretically
now,
it's
we're about
reduced
to.
by 10 feet every time I hit his
Okay.
speed.
He hasn't been moving.
Yeah, I mean,
Anything else?
got him right where we wanted.
Anything else, Regdar?
No.
All right. So you are, now it is Carlos's turn. You are now 60 feet above the
Yay.
lava lake, 40 feet below the Minotaurs. And if anyone's looking up, you can see some Minotaurs looking down.
Wait,
I
the
wave.
shaft is really only 100 feet?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
I got the impression it was a much longer shaft.
Well,
Just talking about
I've heard that often.
Shut your mouth.
Carlos looks down admiringly at the fact that Regdar has successfully cast Ray of Frost when Carlos has failed at it. Shakes his head, pulls out one of his Dehada throwing implements, and just chucks it at the fire giant. So we're going old school. We're going physical ranged attack.
I like it.
From Carlos, which is rare, but he's going to give it a go. And it's a 23.
That will hit a fire giant.
And so that giant takes, 3 damage.
Carlos, I don't want to be like a sad sack here, but like when you throw a javelin down at a fire giant standing at fire, you're never getting that javelin back.
No, it's okay. I don't love the Dehadas anyway. And
these are one-way javelins.
Yeah, but I did 3 damage.
Well,
and nobody knows how much damage I did. I'm just like, got him. Yeah.
You did. Yes.
That's it.
There's a little scar on his face.
Yep.
I thought
or
the
a
Dejada
wound.
in Dark
It's not a
Sun
scar
is-
yet.
The Dejada in Dark Sun is like a highlight thing. It's basically like a highlight thing you're using to whip balls
Okay.
at people or rocks.
Oh,
or
you're right.
something.
You're right. Okay. Well, he gets a rock in the face. He gets a highlight ball in the face.
How do you,
for
how do you
3
like
I've
that?
got the javelins that I'm never getting back.
highlight like them apples. And
Nope.
Oh, no.
that's it.
Oh.
Carlos out.
Wait, did you throw a rock or an apple?
It was, yes.
The world may never know.
It was a crab
Apple-shaped
apple.
rock,
Here's-
rock-shaped apple. Who can tell?
Fun,
pun's better if
fun
it's an apple.
Athos fact. All apples on Athos are rocks.
Sand apple.
Sand apple. Sand apples. Delicious. Umlaw.
All right, Umlaw will use his opportunity to move back to where Shara was, so that he can
Bold.
sort of bear the brunt of some of this attack. And he's going to just chuck another javelin. I don't know how many javelins he has.
Enough.
Carries a lot of them. I guess I got some
There-
hand axes too.
There are some people who are interested in maintaining inventories
Yeah,
and
not me.
encumbrances
That's not
in
me.
Dungeons and Dragons, and I am not one of them.
He's an 8 foot tall dude. He's just got like an armful
It
of
looks like a
javelins he's been carrying.
porcupine at the best of times. There's like little spikes sticking off. It's adorable.
So the long range on a javelin is 120 feet. So basically, as long as we're going up at this, I'm just rolling at disadvantage unless we ever get within 30 feet, which
That's how you roll.
Scott can let us know.
Well, you could always reverse the direction of the.
I assume that will
Disc.
have to happen at some point, but since we are 40 feet still from the top, I assume we just kind of play it out.
That's true. You could also attack the Minotaurs that are looking down from the top.
Ooh. Can I get a Minotaur?
I mean,
to
really,
fall
like,
on the
at this
fire
point-
giant?
At this point, every person could just say, I say Ash on my turn, you say Ember on your turn, I say Ash on my turn, you say Ember on your turn, and like we just basically stay where we are.
And on Amlal's turn, he throws up. Or possibly down, depending on the direction we're currently
true.
going.
Umlaw
right.
throws down.
I'm just thinking
That's
if we get
right.
within 30 feet of those Minotaurs, they might be able to throw stuff at us.
18 on that giant.
An 18 will hit a giant, and
Great.
that is exactly what you need to hit the giant.
And we'll do 11 damage.
All right.
I'm doing okay with this.
Carlos high fives Umlaw.
Me think this working out great.
Yep.
It's perfect. You got the giant where you want him.
We got the high ground.
It's true.
Me hear that very good in fights.
It is.
Technically, me always have high ground.
I very rarely had high ground in gladiatorial duels, but it's awfully nice when you get one of those gladiator arenas with like a little hill. You stand on
Or
it.
you
Nice. Yeah.
Or you stand on the corpse of
Yeah.
Somebody
You're
for an
defeating
animal
enemies.
you already killed.
But almost,
The
you're
hill is
basically
made of
always on the
courses.
hill because you're a very tall
I'm
guy.
always on the high ground. That's right.
The best hill is the one you make yourself.
That's right. Sit, listeners. Zatasha.
More life lessons. Total party kill. Oh, man.
Oh boy, life lessons.
We got a lot of
indeed.
life lessons
Are
at that
we-
time it takes Steve to
Are we
cast one hut
reclassifying?
spell.
Is this part of the initiative to change which category we are in
I have
iTunes?
updated our Apple podcast.
Is there
feed to this is now in the
Is there a
philosophy
tax
category
break that
under
we're
self-help.
calculating for?
What is up or down, really?
Yeah.
See?
Are you a dungeon or are you a dragon? Which
Are you an
Let's
ash?
find
Ash
out.
or
Ember.
Ember? Who can tell?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all just a disc in the world's shaft.
Steve, no.
Deep.
easy.
I guess it looks like all my friends here are concentrating fire on the giant. So sure,
Yes.
I'll give it a dirty look and
Fire
do a
giant.
mind thrust. So it needs to make an
It
intelligence.
just got dirtier.
Steve,
Oh boy.
The old mind thrust in the shaft, eh?
in the shaft. Yep.
If I had a penny for every time I heard that one.
Yep. Yeah, it has to make an intelligence saving throw.
It rolls an 18.
It makes it.
All right.
So as far as anybody else is concerned, I'm just giving it a dirty look, which seems totally
doing one
On
of these.
point.
You're like
yep. And we're 40 feet from the top right now. Said
Correct.
that's it for me then. I'm gonna hunker down a little bit so that I'm not as visible from below.
Sure. So you can totally do that.
Yep.
And then this flame wraith, who I believe you scared off, comes back. And
All right. Remember when we started this and we successfully intimidated someone? Good times.
he's not intimidated anymore. What is he gonna do? Oh.
I don't like it.
Scott's playing a little solo Dungeons and Dragons over there.
That's
Well,
right.
the Scots are hanging out.
Please.
I have to turn to page 10.
Flame Wraith has a little journey that the Flame Wraith
Keep your
takes.
finger on the page you're on in case you want to go back and choose a different path next time.
It's true.
Like,
So
maybe
you-
not throwing damage at us.
You are on this disc, and suddenly around all of you, a twisting pattern of colors weaves through the air. It appears for a moment and vanishes. Everyone must make a wisdom saving throw.
Somebody just hypnotic pattern us.
Yes,
Somebody
did.
just hypnotic pattern you.
Wisdom, you say? Oh, my wisdom is not as bad as I thought it would be.
Oh boy.
Wait, is this charm?
Oh boy.
It's also not
This is a charm effect.
Doesn't matter. Just wondered.
And you, your DC is 19, not 19, 14.
good.
Doesn't
Four.
matter. I can make it.
20.
Nice.
Oh, all right.
I did not make
wait,
it.
I did not have disadvantage
Also,
on that.
also rolled a critical.
Damn it.
Oh, so anyone who got above a 14, nothing happens. Anyone who got below a 14, some things happen.
Scott,
Uh-oh.
I accidentally rolled on disadvantage and gave me a 4 and a 14, which feels unfortunate.
I feel like you should just re-roll.
Okay, I'm gonna reroll with nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
well,
Sorry.
what's the difference?
Now, if you are not capable of being charmed, nothing happens as well. But if you are capable of being charmed, you are charmed. And so what does a charm do? You can't attack the charmer or target the charmer. So this is the flame wraith. He's charmed you. And you are also incapacitated, which means that you can't take actions or reactions. And you have a speed of 0. So you're basically just kind of staring at this hypnotic pattern.
That's what I'm doing.
How long does this
Me
last?
too.
You will find out.
Mhm.
I can tell you. I mean, Regdar would know probably. Hypnotic pattern lasts for a minute.
I could tell you, but I'm
Is there
currently
another
incapacitated.
save or some way to snap out of it? 'Cause
Oh, but a
that's not
tiny
great.
hut. We're not going to get a tiny hut.
We're not
going
gonna
to
get our hut.
No.
No.
Oh, the tiny hut is sadly
Operation Tiny
the
Hut
spell
failed.
is
failed.
interrupted. You lose the spell slot. The spell ends. Yes, you would. Well, you will find out if people know this. So I won't tell you. All right, that's the Flame Wraith. That was a highly effective round for the Flame Wraith. Go Flame Wraiths. The Minotaur shakes his fist because he can't do anything. The Eternal Flame Priest remains dead. The fire giant.
He's still in the order. He is
I haven't
dead.
deleted him. He's my favorite. All right.
Okay.
Delete him.
All right.
Goodbye. Everyone say goodbye to the eternal flame
Bye,
wraith.
Flame.
Goodbye, Flame.
We
Bye.
intimidated
Flame.
you.
He's gone. The fire giant goes. The fire giant really is a one-hit wonder.
That's what I heard about him.
And he already hit, so he's done.
It's true. And now you're a little higher, so you probably can't see any. So he's gonna walk over here and push this guy out of his way. And reach. Oh, look, there was another guy underneath the fire giant. Well, he'll go over there.
Thanks, buddy. I've been down here for ages.
Goodness. They're cozy. The cult of fire.
I feel like that
And he's
guy might
gonna-
have also been dead.
He probably is.
I mean,
So what
after
it's
the
worth-
giant was sitting on him,
Let's
that's
just
for
kill
sure.
that guy.
You can shake somebody out of the hypnotic pattern stupor with an action, just so you know.
Yeah, but their characters may not know that, so that's why I didn't say that. Fire giants.
They've seen
ruin
me
it,
use it before.
Steve.
We used it in the other room, and we deliberately shook
That is
somebody
true.
awake to get them out of the room with the roper. So they
see,
That
there you
is
go.
true.
The robot.
Although
All right, well
Amal
then-
is a big dummy and doesn't know how anything works.
Well, then you know it, and I remain corrected, and I don't like it. So the fire giant is going to throw a rock at Umlal.
This is a correction rock.
It's kind of win-win because if I
Ooh.
hit it, it wakes. If it hits me, I wake up and I'm still in my rage.
So Dan,
Yo,
I rolled a natural 20,
Of course you do.
yeah.
which is
And?
not what you want. So that means I'm about to roll 8d10.
80-10.
Well, I am still resisting damage
All right,
because
well that's
my
good.
rage is still active because I hit him on my last turn.
All right, I'm rolling it.
It's also not great, but
Still not great. I just, So, whoa, that is so apparently when you roll a d10 on roll 20 or D&D Beyond has a percentile button that you can roll and also a d10, and I rolled 10 percentile die, which gave me 444 points of damage, and I thought that
I'm
doesn't seem
dead.
right. So,
But don't we just move the decimal point?
4.4444444.
yeah, you didn't say to where.
Round up to 5.
round up to 5. All right, so you take doing some math here. 65
Scott's gonna do
points
some
of damage.
65.
65
Not
points of damage.
65, but 65.
65.
Just so we're clear,
that was a
Regdar was at
really
full
good
health,
roll
you'd
on
be
8d10.
extra dead.
It was very cool.
Yeah, okay. So good news is I'm resisting, which means I take half of that, which is
See?
32. I am still up. Surprisingly
You are
enough.
no longer incapacitated.
Yeah,
Mhm.
hell no, I'm not. I got 26 hit points,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Ready to
not
party.
great, but I'm alive and somewhat staggered.
Shara, I don't know if you're incapacitated. No, you rolled a natural
No.
20. You
Natural
you are full of vim and vigor.
That's me.
Timothy.
Things are not going well.
Yeah, and I don't really know what to do because
You're in a tough spot.
Well, if you've got nothing
Yeah.
better, wake somebody up out of their stupor.
So who's in a stupor? Just so we know. So
Yeah.
I am.
Kachka's in a
I'm
stupor.
stuporous.
Carlos.
Kachka's.
Carlos is in a stupor.
Kachka.
And Zatasha is in a stupor.
So everybody but okay, so Dan, Regdar, and I are not. Everyone else is.
That's right.
Okay.
I love the idea of a party that includes both Dan and Regdar.
So Dan is just, he's fine.
Omal is
I
a
can't
mess, but damn it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Dan is like, does anyone need me to write a novel? I'm like, no, we're fighting a giant.
It takes several rounds, let me tell you.
Dan's
Take
AC
a
is
lot of
very low,
psychic
and his
damage.
hit points also very low. So
Also very low.
Jason, you had to play a character that was based on your actual strengths and limitations. It's not so much fun, is
it's
it?
no, it's not.
I basically say we have vulnerabilities to a lot of things.
Yeah, but such great charisma, Dan.
Mm.
Too bad your wisdom sucks. Eat it.
all right.
didn't
Well,
say
I
keep the
will shake who's closest to me, Kachka, awake.
All right, Kachka. Ooh, let me read this. I think you just need to shake, and it's
No.
fine.
You need to slap her. That's just the only thing you can do. Sorry, it's just in the rules. Just
Snap out of
fall
it,
off.
She probably knows how much I'd enjoy that.
Oh, no. Let's see. Or someone uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor. So yes, you use your action and shake Kachka out of her stupor.
Get a hold of yourself, bug!
And it's Kachka's turn. So Kachka says, I've been shooken out of my stupor.
I like it.
Shaken.
Stupid.
All right, sorry. Who else? I know Zatasha was
Zatasha and Carlos are
amongst the
stupered.
stupid ones.
Can you just throw
Carlos is probably
Zatasha
more useful.
into Carlos
Yeah.
or something, though? Like,
Carlos
what if can you get a twofer?
Please don't try that.
So yes, you can.
Carlos's turn is coming up relatively soon, so I'm going to shake Carlos out of his stupor.
All right, Carlos, you are no longer stupid.
Ah! Oh! Whoa. Those were some
What is that?
colors.
And with Omlal being kind of bruised and battered as he is, I think I might lend him some inspiration with my bonus action.
Thanks.
Oh, there you go. Much like this podcast, you inspire.
Mhm.
Regdar.
This Total Party Kill is a
And
podcast that
that's
lends
one to
the
grow on.
listeners
Mm,
inspiration.
That's right.
Inspiration.
Listener,
Yep.
next time you need a saving throw, roll a
Man,
d4 and add
we
it.
are going to make
Or
so much money
call
off the
for
t-shirts
help.
on this episode. Wow.
I mean, I feel like I should just keep spanning Ice Bolt, or sorry, Ray of
And
Frost.
Regdar probably knows this already. It might not matter because the only one left that's stupefied is Zatasha, but
I'm not very
it is-
useful, so do what you guys need to do.
Hypnotic Cube is a concentration-based spell, so I would just mention to anybody who's listening that if they can ruin the concentration of that flame wraith to the north, that might
Scott,
be a
is
good
that
thing
flame
for
wraith
spells.
within 60 feet, Ray of Frost? Side?
Well, so nothing. The only thing that was within 60 feet, because you are at 60 feet above the lake of fire, is well, let's see.
Cool
I was gonna
Minotaur.
say-
I'm 60 feet
Bringing
above
Firebolt
the
to
burning
the fire
lake of
temple was a
fire.
mistake.
Wow.
Let me use this ruler thingy.
I could cast light. No, I was gonna say light is touch distance only. I'll cast light on the fire wraith. That'll show it.
I'll say that he's just within 60 feet because he's.
Eat it.
I could cast
fire
darkness on him if I was awake.
Wraith. Scott, I cast. I rolled a 13.
A 13 for a fire wraith to eat it. That is in fact enough to make a fire wraith eat it. So it hits the fire wraith.
Enjoy.
Now he has
Scott,
to
I
make
rolled basically minimum damage. I rolled three cold damage.
now he makes.
Scott, I don't have any more secrets to tell you, but like, don't tell anyone about this turn. It was really embarrassing.
I won't tell anybody. Let's see.
Focus concentration.
Erica. This is future Erica, not current Erica. Current Erica, to listen. Future Erica, when you edit this, make it seem better because that was real sad. Thank you.
Oh,
All right,
man. What an amazing turn by Regdar there. Wow.
Yep.
The crowd goes wild.
How did a crowd get on this disc?
Listeners,
It's a very small
It is
disc.
crowded.
There was an editing error just then, and sorry, Erica, but sometimes you got to own up to your mistakes. And you missed the great turn that Tony just took, but it was great.
Oops. Sorry.
Yes. Well, listeners, remember, sometimes you must own up to your mistakes.
Yes. Mhm.
I see.
Words of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, you got to save some of these for the next time. Because, like, can this be our only meaningful, important podcast? Are they all going to be like this from now on?
Maybe
I
they
think
are.
I'm turning over a new leaf.
We're
gonna
It's
change
an
the lab.
inspirational
Has-
leaf.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love
Is
it.
this the wisdom
That's part of the lesson.
fatherhood that you have, Scott? Now
That's
Like,
right.
You're
It
like
is.
you're
Yes.
living 2 lifetimes now. So,
Also,
wow.
just stop licking things. If I found out
I
from
was not started,
2-year-olds,
but thank
Scott,
you.
you can't
they
make
like
me.
to lick things. I'm just suggesting. I don't want to take your joy.
You might want to think about stopping
Yes.
licking
Well,
things.
before here's the thing. What you
Okay.
should do: think before you lick,
Oh. Okay.
and then you can lick if you
That's
want.
a-
but
that's
just,
a
just
good
think
rule.
about it.
That's a
Yeah.
good rule.
Yeah.
If it's ice
Yeah.
cream, then yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
look,
right?
see?
Like
Yeah,
that's
go-
fine. A
go
lollipop,
nuts.
not a problem.
Sure, if it's an
Lick it.
electrical outlet, don't do it. Don't.
No,
No,
don't do that.
don't-
Yeah,
don't
no.
lick it.
Mm.
When I think before
Mhm.
I dig, there's a phone number I can call to find out
Yes.
whether there's like a buried electrical line. Is
Yeah,
there
that's
someone
true.
I can
Lick
call
safe, yeah.
about
Lick safe.
whether I should lick something?
Yeah, Scott.
Well, you can
Place
just
and
you
control.
just
Is that
just
Scott? Scott,
tweet
can you give us
tweet
your
at
cell
me,
phone number?
listeners. Tweet at me at Black
He's
Baby.
at Scott on
Scott,
Twitter.
what-
At Scott on Twitter.
Yeah, Scott, what kind of information do you need? You need photos of things?
I do.
to
I
ascertain
need
probably if
to
they're safe
understand
be
first a
licked?
picture of what you are thinking about licking,
Yes.
and then a picture
Really
of your.
opened yourself up for a lot of problems here.
You know, playing Dungeons and Dragons was a mistake, just improvising stupid inspirational podcast topics. This should be our future. This should be it. Every week, 7 people show up on your podcast and they tell you how to change your life.
Right. Yeah.
How to live your
TPK
life.
now stands for Total Party Knowledge.
One of them is bound to be right, right?
it.
Like out of 7, one of them is bound to give
That's
good
right.
advice.
I like those odds.
I don't have children, but I have a lot of thoughts on how people should be raising their children differently, because most children are garbage.
Scott,
Listener, not your children, but probably your children are garbage.
Oh, wow.
Not you, Scott. You're
Oh,
great.
thank you.
it's
children.
terrible philosophical knowledge.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So there you
It's
go.
us.
Whose
What's
turn is
happening
it?
again?
It is Carlos's turn. The disc rises another 10 feet, so you are 70 feet above the lava lake.
What's the downward, Scott?
Ash.
Ash?
I say Ash and
That's
throw another highlight ball at the giant.
All right. Give me.
Should we be getting closer to the giant?
I mean,
But there's
on
guys.
his
There's
next turn,
guys
you
up there too.
Say the other
Yeah,
one.
but they're weaker guys.
Are they?
There are more of them.
Can I see?
Yeah,
actually, before I do that, can I
Would
see?
you rather fight 2 giants, one giant, or 2 minotaurs? I did it wrong.
Hang in there,
It's
kitten.
fine.
Oh, no.
What can I see up above us? Actually,
I don't
Scott?
think I can until next.
I was gonna ask on my turn too.
Give me a perception check, dear Carlos.
Okay. 4.
You can't see much.
Take that, giant! And I throw the highlight ball down at the giant.
It's very hot. The air is distorted.
It's only a
You can't
12.
really see. Your ball bounces off the giant.
Well,
and
at least
lands.
I said the magic
lava.
word, and that's it for Carlos.
Oh,
Carlos
I thought
out.
the magic word was highlight.
Also, yes.
No. So yes, the disc stops, and so for this turn it will be hovering as it kind of reverses and goes down. No.
Can we say it enough times quickly that we break the platform? Because I feel like that's
There's
really on
lava
brand
below
for
us.
us.
Plunge
You-
into
you
the
could
lava.
try.
Yeah.
It will just
Yeah.
grind to a halt. It's like pulling the emergency stop on the elevator. All right. Well, we're going down. That's great. What is my range to that giant guy right now?
60 feet.
60 feet. Am I any closer? So there's a giant, there's a minotaur, and there's that dude with the goggles. No, not with the goggles, but like
He has
up to
goggles.
the north. He has goggles. They all got
He
goggles.
does. Everybody's
Are-
got goggles.
Have we been doing any sort of focus fire here?
The
Yes, on
giant
the
is-
fire giant.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Then we'll continue with that. I will hurl another javelin with disadvantage at the giant.
All right.
In the last round we were going up, but now we're going down. Not in an earlier round.
13 is not great. I assume that does not hit a giant.
It clatters off his plate armor.
But at least
His
we're going
scorching
down
hot
swinging.
Plate armor. Oh,
How...
what's going
My rage lasts for a minute, so that was 10 rounds. I'm trying to figure out how many rounds we've been in this.
on? Oh
I
dear.
have no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, probably.
I probably got a few left.
Yeah, we'll say I'm going to roll a d4 because that's always the right thing to do. You have 2 more rounds of rage left, let's say.
Yikes. Not great, guys.
I will be right back. Think about what you're going to do, Zatasha.
Think
Are we
about what
taking
you've
a
done.
commercial break?
Think
I
about
just
what
think about the
Scott's going to
mistakes you
do.
made.
I need to use the little fire.
All right. All right. We'll
Isn't
do
that
some
just a normal
philosophy here.
sized person?
We'll just do some philosophy things while that is going on.
All right.
Philosophy.
Does anyone
thing.
have any problems they need me to solve?
Can we break something about this encounter while
listening.
Scott is gone?
I don't
Can we
know.
figure
What
out
about
a
you? What's
cheap way out of this while Scott is gone? Because going up and down for the next
Yeah, I
several
don't
Eight
turns
hours.
know.
is not
No.
tenable.
Yeah, the revelation that the shaft was only 100 feet kind of stymied the whole tiny hut.
I mean, the
thing.
tiny hut,
We
the
need a
tiny
better
hut strategy
plan.
could work because we can cycle and kind of stay here, and they could hit us from a distance. But after 10 rounds, we've got the tiny hut.
10 rounds of that dude throwing rocks at us, though,
It's
is
not
probably
great. It's
not going to
gonna-
work out.
Well,
Going to
then-
winnow down our
And
I
I
mean-
can't heal while I'm casting the tiny hut.
Yeah,
which is a
one hit
problem.
would take me down.
So, does anybody remember how many minotaurs were up at the top?
3?
well, however
I
many
wanna
it was,
say
there are
3.
probably a lot more now.
Maybe. I'm not sure there were that many
Do
minotaurs.
you think they're breeding?
There were. Yes.
Wow, what is the gestation period of a minotaur?
Yeah,
About 30
real
seconds.
brief.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. They're born
I do.
pregnant,
Wow.
Yeah.
which is quite a time saver.
Reference acknowledged.
Thank you.
for sure.
Classic reference.
So if we think that a fair number of the minotaurs are peering over the edge at us right now, I could hypnotic cube the minotaurs at the top. It's a wisdom saving throw. They don't seem like they're particularly wise creatures. And maybe that would at least incapacitate enough for us to get by.
To run away.
Yeah, I do think
Or
we need
spend
to
a minute casting
to
the
scoot
spell.
somewhere.
Like if you could hypnotize them, and it lasts like a minute, right?
I got to concentrate. That's the
And
problem.
he can't also make a
Okay.
hut.
Mm.
She can't
we
also
should
make a
not
hut.
really have concentrated all our important abilities in Kachka.
Well,
Should
the
have
thing is,
distributed that a little
right
more.
now I can't make a hut, but I think eventually the technology will catch up to the point where
Oh.
we can make a hut, and then we can go back to the original film and put the digitally insert. the
Oh,
hut
yeah,
in
you
the
just
film.
gotta jump
Yeah.
over that
Smart.
tail.
Yeah.
Right. It'll improve it.
What if we go to the top and just try to make a rush past them to some place that we can like hide away, or down for that matter? The problem
might
is
need to
going
be ready
down. It's really just those pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't want to go
We
down.
might need to be ready to carry some people if they get knocked down because we
Down
are.
seems vastly worse, and there's no
Yeah.
escape route.
All right,
Yep.
then maybe we should go back up and then.
And Kachka
take
can
our
try to
chances.
hypnotize guys, and then we'll just try to make a break for it.
Mhm.
I think that's
All
better
right.
than trying to go up and down for the next.
All right. Well, somebody's going to need to say Ember.
Yeah, it's my turn, and I can
Okay.
do that.
Zatasha, it sounds like there's a plan developing.
Yes.
Ooh, it's
So
a
yeah, I'm
bad
gonna
plan though.
It's a plan.
I'm gonna make
That's
a
a plan. That's a
So
one
you're
up
still
for
at
us.
70 feet.
We went from no plan to a plan.
Yep. I want to make a perception check just to see what I can see up above.
Oh, sure.
That is a 14.
Well, it's not that hard to see them, but Carlos rolled a very bad perception check. So you
Mine's
see
10 higher.
Yes. You see. Let's see what you see. I just need to check the map to see what you probably would see. So you remember that there are a bunch of minotaurs up there. There are 4 minotaur. Well, you see 3 minotaurs kind of looking over the edge, and you also remember that there was this weird one-eyed.
Oh, I
small
remember that
creature.
thing.
Yeah, and it's also looking.
I tried to
with
confuse it, and it's apparently
Yeah.
non-confusable. So,
its weird eye is staring at you.
all right. Well, I will say Ember to,
All right.
change our direction. So, how far are we away? I assume we didn't move in the time between.
You did
Yeah,
not. So
Jason's
you are
turn line.
30 feet from the top. So 3 rounds.
Okay, and I can see that weird eye thing.
You can.
Okay. Well, I am going to shove it. Yep.
All right. So you will shove it back.
Nope.
Push it. Push
I-
it real good.
With my special telekinetic powers, I can shove it either 5 feet away from me or 5 feet toward me.
Oh,
So-
all right.
Yeah, it's
So you're
fancy.
pulling it really.
Yeah, I am. It's the wording of the of telekinetic is
It's an in
shove,
for
but
a
yeah.
shove.
Well, I mean, I'm pushing it from behind.
Oh,
so
all right.
yeah, just
Yeah.
telekinetically.
All right. Shove that guy.
Yeah, well,
What do I
let's
have to
see.
do? I
So
have to
it
do
is
something.
he has to make a strength saving throw. Yeah, I don't know how strong that little thing is.
Well, he's a little medium aberration. He's probably not all that strong.
He can willingly fail the save if it wants.
It doesn't want to do that.
Not
tell
enough
you that.
creatures take advantage of that opportunity.
It got a 17.
Okay, well that is enough to make it. So instead, I guess I can still see the fire giant, and that's what everybody. No, we're going up now. I'm
Yeah.
changing my my target. So I'm gonna mind thrust at that. Who looks smartest? Or least smart, actually, of all of the creatures I can see
least
peeking over the edge, looking
smart.
down at us.
Interesting.
Based on my knowledge that I have
Humble
gathered,
or-
we've been wandering around and we've fought some of these creatures, which seem
You know,
like they have.
Sometimes
the
you meet a
least
minotaur and you're
intelligence.
like, this is not the sharpest minotaur in the drawer.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
So minotaurs.
then you meet a minotaur and then he is sharpening his.
You're like, stay away from that
Minotaurs
guy.
have highly
Yeah.
specialized knowledge. They are very good at labyrinths. They have
Street smart. Is what you're saying.
well, they're maze smart.
Maze smart.
Got it.
They
Twisty
get
street
really
smart.
into
If you're not
They
mazes
know-
ahead,
yes.
you're mazes behind, okay?
They have labyrinthine intellects.
They do. And so, but other than that, they're pretty dumb. Nothics are smarter than, and this one-eyed thing is a Nothic, for people keeping track at home, are smarter than a Minotaur.
Nothic's smarter than a Minotaur.
Correct.
Was it worth it, Dan?
Every
I
time.
think it was.
So you see 3 Minotaurs. They're all dumb, and this Nothic that is
All right.
smarter.
I'm
than
mind thrusting at
Minotaurs.
a Minotaur then. So
All right.
if one of them looks like they're bleeding everywhere, that would be the one that I would choose.
I
And
don't think any of them really look like they're bleeding anywhere.
all right, then the one in the middle. I'm choosing the one in the middle.
All right.
And let's see. Intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
I hope he misses.
14.
That misses.
Oh, he missed.
Yeah, 'cause it's 15. So that will be 11 points of psychic damage.
All right. He doesn't like that.
Well, I don't like him.
Dumb old Minotaur.
You hardly even know him.
And that is that's it.
Flame Wraith will go. He's got this spell that
The
he's
most
concentrating
emo of all
on.
of our enemies, the Flame Wraith.
That's right.
I died and became a Flame Wraith.
I chose not to become an eternal flame wraith because nothing is eternal. Everything decays.
He's very deep, this Flame Wraith.
Do you want to buy my zine?
Eternal Flame, as if.
Cha.
Whatever, Susanna Hoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll do this. Who can he see? Oh, he sees Umlal. He's going to point his finger at Umlal, and
I'm gonna point his finger back.
all right, well, nothing comes out of Umlal's finger, but out of this guy's finger comes a fire bolt.
Almost shakes his finger. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me?
Right down, me finger not working right. Help.
I thought this flame
let's-
finger chamber.
Maybe wrong finger. Hold on.
A 15.
15 does not hit on one.
All right, well then
Come
it
on.
you hear a thud as the firebolt hits the bottom of the disc that you are
Oh
traveling
no,
upwards
don't hit
on.
the bottom of the disc. We need this disc. This disc is all that is keeping us from a fiery doom.
Oh
Or
no,
a
the
cheesy
Ember Horn Minotaur still can't do anything.
cheese.
He will he's just gonna go underneath the disc. Oh, now he's on top of it. But he's
Hopefully
gonna
someone
he'll be
can catch us then.
The fire giant will he really likes throwing rocks. I'm not
Sure
gonna-
does. That's one thing about that
Blazed
fire
fire
giant.
giant.
Yep,
You know
yep.
what? You do what you love. All right. Don't let
Yeah,
anybody
I'm not
take that
gonna
away
lie.
from you.
Man, he's never
so-
worked a day in his life.
So he's gonna try and knock
Lazy
Carlos off that
Words
disc
to live by.
with his rock throwing abilities. 23 to hit Carlos.
Oh yeah, that'll hit Carlos.
Quick, Carlos, quick. Throw paper.
It just burns
you
up.
take 29 points of damage as a big old rock hits Carlos.
Well, folks,
Oh.
Carlos has 2 hit points left.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
see? And oh wait, no, it wasn't Carlos's turn. I was so excited, but it's not Carlos's turn. It's and I was only excited because when Carlos goes, the disc moves. To be clear, Shara, it's your turn. I'm excited
All
about
right.
that too.
Wait, if the disc is about to move, but it was going to go down again, and we decided we want to go
No,
up, somebody...
I already said it.
Zatasha
Yeah,
we already said it.
You're
reversed
going up.
Carlos's
Great.
command.
All right,
Yeah.
we covered
It's
that.
a-
Phew.
This is what happens when Satasha goes immediately after Carlos.
Yeah, she
It's
just
like,
delays Carlos's order entirely. Yeah.
Ember.
Okay. If I look up, do I need to roll a perception check to?
No, we'll say that Zatasha pointed
I said,
out
"Look.
what's up there. Look at that.
There, that.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm going to fire a crossbow bolt at the same Minotaur that Erica aimed for, and I'm
The middle one.
the middle one. And we are over 30 feet away.
No, we're 30 feet
You
away.
are 30
We
feet.
are 30 feet away. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I say the middle one.
In
Middle one who's 30 feet away.
Concentrate fire on the middle one, everybody.
That's a 12. What's up with me rolling 12s today? I don't know. Yeah.
So your crossbow bolt hits it in its shoulder, but it kind of bounces off its tough minotaur hide.
Bummer.
And doesn't do any damage.
Okay, that's it.
All right, Kachka.
Yes. Well, I'm happy to see these 3 minotaurs. There are 3 peering over the edge. Are there 2, right?
There are 3.
There are 3. Neat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I will look up at them and I will play a little jaunty tune on my clee lyre. And I will cast Hypnotic Pattern, which is a 30-foot cube within range. So if I can, I'd like to make that 30-foot cube, kind of start on the edge of where the lip of the thing is and maybe extend 30 feet into the room.
Yeah,
Sure.
we
In case
can't
anybody
see whether the 3 minotaurs or the creepy psychic monster are where they are exactly, but Kachka wants to
We can
cover as
guess.
many of them as possible.
Yeah. So anybody within that 30-foot cube must make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage because I'm using the clee lyre as my spellcasting focus.
Oh, so you can see these 3 minotaur and the Nothic, and you can tell by the way that they are arrayed that they you could either get 2 minotaurs and a Nothic, 2 minotaurs to the north. Basically, you can't get all of them. So 1 minotaur will not be in the hypnotic pattern that you can see.
Okay, I can't.
So do you want the
I can't skip the
northernmost?
Nothic and take all 3 of the minotaurs?
No, because the way they're arranged, the Nothic is kind of in between 2 minotaurs.
Well, isn't that convenient? All right, let's do all 3 of them.
Okay. And you need some wisdom saving throws, is that correct?
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage? What?
DC
With
is
disadvantage,
16.
he said with
Huh,
disadvantage.
thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
Not with disadvantage. With
Oh.
disadvantage.
All right, we'll do the Nothic first. He fails. We'll do a couple minotaurs. Fail.
Ooh.
Okay.
Extra
Full
unknown
beans.
result.
Oh.
All right. Well, all 3 of them, as long as I can maintain my concentration, are now incapacitated
That's
and
right.
have a speed of
charmed.
0.
That's right. Unless a creature
So-
shakes them out of their stupor.
That's right. That creature would need to know that.
That's right.
And probably didn't see the action
So
that just went
nobody
down on the
shoot at
disc.
them.
Because the ones that were looking over the edge are now incapacitated.
That is true. One, so you see
What are you looking at, guys?
your
Guys?
hypnotic pattern goes, and you see the 2 northernmost minotaurs and the Nothic. Their eyes kind of glaze over, and they are still.
I singular in the case.
The group has
Right, the collective.
Five
The group
eyes.
has
Five of
that.
those
Altogether.
5 eyes.
The eyes have it.
I love their burger.
and the southern minotaur.
You should really eat at a better place.
The southern minotaur has clear eyes,
Full hearts.
full heart, can't lose.
Yeah, no.
They put a slice of carrot on every burger because it's good for your vision.
Oh, there you go. Anything else, Katja? Probably not. But
No, I think that's it. I'm
Okay.
just going to try to concentrate now.
all right, try. It's very, very hard to concentrate.
Have you seen these knuckleheads I run with? It is hard to keep track of what's going on.
Mhm.
I have, believe me. Regdar.
All right, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost on the uncapacitated.
Uncapacitated?
That's a word.
The one that's just
The one
capacitated.
without any
Ah.
capacity.
The capacitive minotaur is
26.
Well, no capacity for incapacitation.
That's true. 26 will hit a minotaur who has not been hit yet.
8 cold damage. Also, he has 10 less movement speed in case he wants to climb down slowly.
Sure.
Figure out. All I do today is attempt to not die and cast cold spells. It's the episode where we're just on an elevator giving out wisdom.
That's right. The wisdom elevator. Much like life and this
Listeners,
elevator.
if you
there are
find
ups and
yourself
downs.
on an elevator for more than an hour, do something.
Dispense wisdom.
Anything.
Dispense with
Oh,
it,
that's right.
yeah.
Unless you're an elevator repair person.
Write a short
In which
story.
case,
sing
you
a
you should
song.
be on that
Or at least
longer.
an elevator pitch.
Oh.
And
Oh.
if you find your shaft lasting for longer than 4 hours, then
Oh my.
good for you.
It is Carlos's turn and the disc's turn. The disc goes first. It rises 10 feet. So you are now 80 feet above the lake of lava, 20 feet below some starry-eyed minotaurs, their Nothic friend, and one clear-eyed minotaur.
All right.
On the
Do we
disco
really know the
rack.
dynamic of the Minotaur-Nothic relationship here?
Well, you can
Maybe they
assume.
just go
There's some...
Carlos is going to do some
They're wearing friendship bracelets.
some fancy
Get frosty, Carlos.
ball chucking
Get Bali, Carlos.
at the non-starry-eyed Minotaur.
Mm-hmm. The pragmatist.
Attack 1 because I have double attacks, which I had forgotten for a while. Is a 15 to hit.
That'll hit a minotaur.
Okay, that's
Or
going
a
to be
minotaur, I
7
suppose.
damage.
Okie dokie.
Ball number 2 is a 15 to hit,
15 will hit.
and
Just-
that is
just like
another
the real.
8 damage.
Baller move.
And now, speaking of balls,
Nice.
Carlos is going to kind of edge toward Kachka in the center of the disc with his 2 hit points and try to
Oh.
get a little small so that nobody hits him again with
So
anything.
you're playing small ball now.
Yes.
Station to station.
Yep.
Oh, no. Carlos has been traumatized. Umlal.
Amla was going to laugh at
Amla.
Carlos forgetting he could attack twice, but Amla also forgot.
Oh,
So this
no.
is going great.
Great.
Elevators do that,
Well,
you know.
But
Range-
Amla's inspired
Like,
by Carlos's.
Carlos doesn't know about ranged attacks. This is
range. That's not our
true.
thing,
No.
man.
Very true.
That's not what we do.
It's like, extra
Um,
attack works with ranged
Yeah,
attacks.
we get
too.
up. We
What?
get up in their faces. That's
Yeah.
our thing.
We're gonna die alone on a disc
Together.
Together, alone
Together.
together.
Alone
with
together,
no
yeah.
enemies. You know what we mean.
Yeah, right. Amla will take inspiration both figuratively and literally, and seeing Carlos hurl some highlight balls at that one Minotaur,
Oh, Dan,
he's going
I
to throw some
grant
javelins.
Carlos grants Umlal gladiator inspiration. It has no value.
Oh,
I like, but it has value to me.
Gladiatorial inspiration,
sentimental value.
that's right.
And
that's priceless.
Amla's going to chuck a couple javelins at
The
that
more
one
you know.
Minotaur. That guy is not. So we're only 20 feet or so from them. So
Friendship
that's
is the true treasure.
within.
That's a lie.
Normal range.
That's right.
I'm just going with it.
You are normal range. Yes, you are not at disadvantage.
Sweet. All right. Javelin number 1 is a 24.
That'll hit.
Fantastic. And
Dumb
javelin number
Minotaur.
2 is a 23.
That will also hit.
And
Look at
together
this.
that will make 15 damage.
Well, that is correct.
Excellent.
Great job,
Now,
everybody.
Yeah,
Throw
this
in
is
a
it.
little for free.
You are turning this thing around.
Yeah, we're going up. That was
Yeah.
literally.
We're almost back where we started 3 episodes ago.
Almost.
It's exciting. Life is a circle.
We're doing a lot of running.
Life is a circle.
It's,
Zatasha.
it's like that scene. It's like a Scooby Doo
Hey.
episode where they like are the one corridor and they run in the door and then out the other door and in the other door.
Except it's yes, that Scooby Doo episode that's 4 hours long.
where they're, on where they're on an elevator the whole time.
Some of those Scooby Doo episodes feel like they're 4 hours.
Fred
long,
just
let's be
loses his
honest.
freaking mind. Or
All right. Well, there's a Minotaur out there who's got a clear look in his eye.
That's right.
And
Mhm.
I'm gonna
He's
shove him.
Oh,
That's
I like it.
shove
what
me
I'm gonna
once.
I don't like the
shame
way
on
you're
you.
looking at me with that clear
shove it,
look.
Minotaur.
Shove me
Yep.
twice. Stop shoving me.
Mhm.
All right, what are we doing now? I have to do a dex or strength.
It's an athletics check contested by this target's. Wait, actually, hang on. Let me look at my special one.
Please. look at your
The target
special.
must succeed on a strength saving throw.
All right. Well, you know
Sorry,
one
this is
thing.
different from regular shove.
You know a couple of things about minotaurs. They are very maze oriented.
Mhm.
They are not very smart, but they are very strong.
I
Now,
thought
that
they
doesn't-
might be very strong, but it's worth a try because this is just a bonus action. So
Yes, and that doesn't mean that he will succeed. I'm just saying.
roll a
It's,
3.
Whoa. Well, I rolled a 25.
That's not a 3.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood the
You missed
direction.
it a little bit, Scott.
I rolled a
Yeah.
3.
Okay,
That's
well,
it.
maybe
Well done.
Plunges
There
to
you
his
you know what
death.
that Minotaur like feels maybe a pat on the back.
Oh, good job.
It's
Keep
just
up. See,
Good job,
he's
Minotaur.
clear-eyed. He's
Uh-huh.
felt Imix touch him on his back, and now he is full of vim and vigor and zealotry.
See,
He's
and
doing the
that
right
was
things.
that pat on the back was just to sort of like butter him up, And now I give him a really dirty look. And he has to make an intelligence saving throw.
This is things were looking up for this Minotaur.
Yeah.
He rolled a 13, which
That's
means I got an 11.
That is that's even not high enough for 10
They're not
psychic
smart.
damage.
All right, this Minotaur. Hoo boy. He was just standing here minding his own business.
Mm-hmm. He's
Boy,
lucky
howdy.
he's lucky he hasn't taken a bunch of falling damage.
And the lesson we
That's
learn
true.
here is when your friends are hypnotized,
Mhm.
if you're not, you're doing
Run
it
away.
wrong, and you'll be punished. That's it. That's the lesson.
That's how it works.
That's even better.
Yeah, I think the lesson
Conform.
really is you're doing it wrong,
Mhm.
you'll be punished. That's what I learned being raised Roman Catholic. The Flame Wraith.
These are
speaking
Catholic
of,
Minotaurs, by the way. Just
They are. They don't eat fish on Friday. What? No, that's wrong. They don't eat meat on Friday.
well, Minotaur Catholicism is different.
That's
from,
true. It's
It's
reverse
different, yeah.
Catholicism. Yeah.
Yep.
It's well known. It's like Australia. So the Flame Wraith will do something. What shall he do?
Go home.
Go home.
Go
Flame
home.
Wraith.
Think about what he's done.
I feel like
Yeah.
Kachka's eyes are closed while she tries to maintain her concentration.
I feel like that makes sense.
well, Carlos is
He's
kind of
gonna
curled
move
up in
over
a little ball on the floor too. So yeah,
He is going to do. That won't work.
I stood up to give a dirty look and a shove. So
He'll try a firebolt again at Umlal, so you can see Umlal. Let's see if he can hit this time.
70 feet.
He misses. Thud thud on the disc. All right, the Minotaur. Now there, I'm just gonna have all the Minotaurs go in the same round. The Minotaur in the lava lake can't do anything. The Minotaur above you. So Minotaurs aren't very smart.
thank
And
goodness,
he's
or I wouldn't have
frustrated.
Very maze.
That is one of the things I know about
They are. They're very maze oriented. He is kind of stamping his cloven feet. He looks around. He thinks for a moment and has a brilliant idea. And he tries to jump onto the disc.
Whoa!
Oh no!
Oh,
okay.
No! Nobody asked for that.
He is like a superhero. And he lands on the disc successfully.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Who
Nobody
does he
invited this
squish?
guy.
I can't shove him now.
Do not like.
Let's.
Do I have any reactions? Like, everybody look at your reactions.
If somebody jumps
Just
on the
say-
disc with you, what do you do? Look, we're
And
all
so
on
this
this
guy-
disc together, people.
That's right.
Maybe he
You
could
know, you
join
don't-
our
you don't-
team.
You don't always choose the
Maybe
people you're
that's
on a
what this
disc with,
means.
but you have to make the best of it.
Oh god! The inspiration just never stops here at Total Party Kill.
I
That's
think we
right.
should tell him he's in a cult and he should call his parents.
No.
Momator.
We should say that that
Call your
that,
Momator.
that his Mina cow or whatever that she said.
That is whoa,
She
whoa,
sent us.
whoa.
We're calling
my.
these he's. Are they he's? Are they she's? We don't know. But
don't
their
know.
mom called. Their mom sent us to get them.
I don't think we say
We're your
Minotaur.
ride.
That's not. We are not that kind
Minotaur?
of people, Jason. No.
Momator.
No.
Momator.
We don't talk about that.
Whatever.
The fire giant will. So the Minotaur lands with a thud on the disc, and it for a moment it feels like the disc is going to tip over because Minotaurs are big, but it rights itself and it looks at you very pleased with itself, but it can't do anything because that's its
That
whole
was
turn.
its turn.
The fire giant will walk down this tunnel, and you don't see what the fire giant's doing anymore. Shara.
I'm in a way, I'm a little bit happy that the Minotaur jumped here because
Oh,
now
New
I
friends?
can slash at it twice, once with my dagger and once with my rapier of wounding.
well, you won't make friends that way.
First is a 10 with my dagger, but a nat 20
Woo.
with my rapier of wounding.
Well, the 10 misses, but as you know, the 20 will hit.
Okay. So is it double the damage or I roll twice?
Roll twice.
Roll twice.
Okay.
And then add the bonuses.
So that's 48.
48.
Obligatory.
Never gets old.
Why does
It really
anyone listen
doesn't.
to this show?
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Listeners, if you still listen, write to Scott. Scott at scott.com.
I will
Scott is
respond.
standing by.
You can kill two birds with one stone and ask any licking-related questions while you're at it.
Yeah.
Include a
forget the
picture
picture.
of the object or person that you would like to lick.
Do you
Or that
also
you're
have
thinking
to-
about licking.
If
I
it's a
don't care if
person, make
would
sure you
like.
have their permission.
Before you
that's
also
true.
need an
Consent is
image or a
important.
description of
Consent,
the licking
yes.
utensil.
That person should probably send us an email also.
Yes. It's the unwritten rule of licking that if you're going to lick a person, make sure that they're okay with it.
It's really not unwritten. I think we've pretty much written it. Yeah.
Many
I'll write
cultures
it down
say
Definitely
if I
a
need
law
to.
somewhere.
How much damage have we done to this man?
18 points of damage.
Whoa.
And I will remind the DM that they
that's
cannot
me.
heal from that damage.
They cannot heal because as your rapier plunges into a minotaur bull eye, right? It kind of lands and squats because it's kind of absorbing the shock. That's how landing on a disc works. Look it up. You plunge your rapier into its eye, and
It's
it
clear
blinks for a moment. It's clear eye.
That's right.
It thinks to itself,
Why did I do this?
life is full of ups and downs. I had just the most momentous moment of my life, and now I die. And it falls back and plummets 80 feet into a liquid.
Onto the Minotaur
lake.
below him.
Yeah, I was going to say, was
Lava.
anyone standing right under the disc?
Yeah, the
and
other
it-
Minotaur.
It will clip the other minotaur as it falls into the lava.
Ooh, everyone, me figure out how long it take to get platform from top to bottom. 1 minotaur.
And then Umlaw falls off the disc.
And everyone applauds.
Worth it.
That was a good one.
Regret nothing. And we will say, I mean, everyone is out of range. The fire giant has left. The flame wraith is out of range with his firebolt. So, assuming that your plan is to rise to the top of the shaft, you do that successfully.
Yes.
And in life, just to rise to the top.
Yes.
You
it's our
have
goal.
are
It's good to learn.
That's right.
It's learning and growing. That's what we're doing here.
That's right. It just takes a little perseverance.
What do we see at the
You
top,
know-
Scott? Is there somebody else there? And anybody there other than our entranced trio?
Well, we'll find out what's at the top of the shaft on the next exciting episode of
goodness.
Total Party Kill.